The crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council trembled as Ambassador HFY of the Dominion fleet materialized before the assembled representatives. His four eyes gleamed with what the other species had learned to recognize as smugness, a dangerous expression on any Dominion face. "Esteemed Council," HFY announced, his translator rendering his chittering into the common tongue, "I bring news of our latest conquest. The primitive world designated as Terra 3, inhabited by the species calling themselves humans, has fallen to our forces." A collective murmur rippled through the chamber. The ethereal collective's representative, a being of pure energy contained within a shimmering field, pulsed with what could only be described as concern. The planet was under Council protection protocols, HFY. It was designated as a developing civilization. HFY's mandibles clicked in amusement. Protection protocols are merely suggestions for species too weak to claim what they desire. The humans possessed resources we required, we took them. From her position at the curved table, Councillor Thiss of the Reptilian Federation leaned forward, her scaled features betraying worry. What did you do to them?" "Standard procedure," the Dominion ambassador replied with casual indifference. "Orbital bombardment of major population centers, followed by ground forces to secure resource extraction points. The survivors have been relocated to processing facilities. Within a cycle, the planet will be fully operational under Dominion control." The silence that followed was deafening. Even the usually chattering insectoid hive mind representatives had gone completely still, their compound eyes reflecting a mixture of horror and something else. Something that looked almost like fear. It was Elder Korath of the Ancient Conclave who finally spoke, his voice carrying the weight of millennia. "You fool, you absolute fool, do you have any idea what you've done?" HFY's confidence wavered slightly. "I've secured a profitable world for the Dominion. Nothing more." "Nothing more?" Korath's laugh was bitter, ancient. "You've just signed the death warrant for your entire species." The Dominion ambassador bristled. "How dare you threaten—" "This isn't a threat," interrupted Dr. Solana of the Scientific Consortium, her tentacles writhing with agitation. "This is a statement of fact. We've been monitoring that species for the past 2,000 of their years. They were placed under protection protocols for a very specific reason." "Enlighten me," HFY sneered. Thice activated the chamber's holographic display, showing a blue-green world orbiting a yellow star. "Terra 3, as you call it, is the homeworld of one of the most dangerous species we've ever encountered. Not because of their technology. They're still discovering faster than light travel. Not because of their psychic abilities. They have virtually none. They're dangerous because of something far more terrifying." The display zoomed in, showing scenes of human cities, human faces, human daily life. "They're pack hunters." Solana continued, her voice dropping to an almost whisper. "But not just any pack hunters. They're pack hunters with an unprecedented capacity for coordinated violence, tactical adaptation, and something our xenobiologists have termed vindictive persistence." "Vindictive persistence?" HFY scoffed, though his confidence was clearly shaking. Elder Korath stood, his ancient frame somehow radiating menace. "They don't just fight until they win, HFY. They fight until their enemy is completely and utterly destroyed, not defeated. Destroyed. They have a saying, if you strike at a king, you must kill him. When threatened with extinction, they become something that defies all conventional military doctrine." The hologram shifted, showing historical footage that the Council had been secretly gathering. Human soldiers in primitive gear fighting against impossible odds. Human civilians turning into resistance fighters overnight. Human children learning to make explosives from common household materials. During one of their global conflicts, Thiss explained, a human leader promised that his people would never surrender. When their cities were bombed to rubble, they fought from the ruins. When their armies were scattered, every civilian became a soldier. When invasion seemed certain, they prepared to fight with garden tools and kitchen knives rather than submit. "But surely," HFY protested, his voice now noticeably smaller, They cannot pose a threat to our superior technology. Technology means nothing to them. Dr. Solana cut him off. They adapt. During another conflict, they were attacked by a technologically superior force. Within 4 years, they had not only matched that technology but surpassed it. They split the atom and turned it into a weapon. When they couldn't reach their enemies, they built rockets. When conventional tactics failed, they invented new ones. The chamber fell silent again as the implications sank in. But the most terrifying thing about humans, Elder Korath continued, is their capacity for collective memory and multi-generational vendetta. They have a concept called genocide, Zexhai, and they have sworn as a species that they will never forget, never forgive. Zexhai's 4 eyes darted around the chamber, finally beginning to understand. But they're primitives. They haven't even achieved unified planetary government. No, This said quietly. They haven't. They spend most of their time fighting each other. They're divided by race, religion, nation, ideology, economics, dozens of different fault lines that keep them from working together effectively. She paused, letting the weight of her next word settle. Until someone threatens their entire species. Then, Zexhai, they become one organism, one impossibly violent, impossibly determined, impossibly creative organism dedicated to a single purpose, the complete annihilation of whoever was foolish enough to threaten them. The hologram now showed images from humanity's fiction, their movies, their books, their games. Endless scenarios of humans fighting impossible odds against alien invaders, never giving up, always finding a way to win. They fantasize about this scenario, Dr. Solana said with something approaching admiration. They write stories about it, make entertainment about it, dream about it. They've been preparing for this moment for generations without even knowing it. Every piece of their fiction about alien invasion is essentially a tactical manual. Zexhai stumbled backward, his confidence completely shattered. What do I do? Elder Korath's smile was cold and ancient. You pray, Zexhai. You pray that some of your people are still alive when the humans come for you, because they will come. They always come. As if summoned by his words, alarms began blaring throughout the station. The main display flickered to life, showing long-range sensors detecting something impossible. A human fleet. Somehow, impossibly, they had developed faster than light travel in a matter of months, and they were heading straight for Dominion space. The last thing the Council heard before Zexhai's terrified scream was a transmission on all frequencies, in perfect galactic standard. This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the United Earth Fleet. We're coming for our people. We're coming for our world. And we're coming for you. The age of humanity had begun.